but don't be unkind. Perhaps there's a thing or two.
Your mic should be in front of you, not down, not off.
You see, it's all clear. You were meant to be here.
Okay, I think that's better.
Number 3.
I'm number 2.
Yeah, go ahead and try your.
This is Christmas.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep.
Hello, testing. Oh, I hear myself.
Testing. Here we are.
Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
aradio.com. Welcome so much to the show. And if you want to become part of the show, this is our holiday special. So we are tuning to you commercial free this evening. So you get us for the full hour and a half. And you can call us at 609-241-7103. And I am Marian Costello, your show host. And I am joined here by our musical director, Rich Shalanda.
Hey, yeah, what's up? How are you?
Good.
Oh,
How are
thank
you?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your festive music.
Oh, thank you very much. I wrote that song a little while ago.
Did you do that? I'm sure you did. And then we have our wonderful engineers making it all work, Art Ackerman.
Hey, how you doing?
It's like Mr. Wilson. He will not go on camera. You can't see him, but you can always hear him.
I'm Mr. Wilson.
Yes, you are. But thank you so much, Art, for coming out and making the show work for us and doing everything. And tonight, as you can tell, if you're viewing us on YouTube at the same time live, you will see we have a Christmas holiday extravaganza of food that nobody's eating. Not one person picked up a plate. And it's probably because it's organic vegetables and organic fresh fruit. Except you have some chips and salsa, guacamole.
I'm eating chocolate pretzels over here, so.
And there is chocolate. I see that.
I went right past the organic stuff.
You really did. You honestly did.
I just had dinner, so I'm in the digestion phase. I will get into this.
Bromelain if you have some pineapple, right?
Well, we're going to get right to it because I'm just so excited that everybody has decided to come back. And we've had several amazing guests through this entire year. Every month we have a new show on health and wellness on cityofangelsradio.com. And some of those guests have wanted to come back and deal with our shenanigans again. What for? I have no idea. But without further ado, she's a chiropractor, owner of Lifeline Chiropractic in Cranford, New Jersey. She's Webster certified, member of the Gonstead Clinical Studies Society, member of the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association. And she explains the purpose of chiropractic, what adjustments are, and how they may benefit you. Let's welcome again Dr. Carol Aiezi.
Thank you very much. Glad to be back.
I'm so happy you came back.
Yeah, it was so fun last
It was
night.
fun. And you
Yeah.
really take time to support City of Angels and everything that you've done. So thank you so much.
It's a great organization.
And now we're going to get to the person right next to you. And she's an author, a journalist, was a video journalist, public speaker. She does all kinds of events locally in libraries. She's the owner of Peachtree Enterprises. Pear Tree.
Yeah.
Did I say Peachtree?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Georgia.
It's okay.
So sorry. Pear Tree, author of On the Guest List,
Peachtree.
Love Cats, and the Gypsy Smiles, and currently working on new and exciting projects we're going to hear about tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Marianne Cristiano Mistrada.
Hey, Marianne.
She's back.
Hey. Glad
Thank
to
you.
be back.
Yes, and you brought your little hubby who does not want to be on
No, he
camera.
doesn't want to
so
be
he's
on
like
camera.
Mr. Wilson too over there.
Yeah, he's just here for support.
Oh, that's nice.
He
of
paid
you.
very much attention on which side of the room to sit on.
He did.
Yeah, because he was on screen last time. He didn't want to be.
Is he off screen or did
Yeah,
you
he's
get
off
him? You
screen.
get him?
No, he's definitely off screen.
He's in
Yeah.
the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not because you were bad. You put yourself in the corner.
Yeah.
And then amazingly, we have a special guest that I'm meeting for the very first time. You're also a chiropractor in Clark, New Jersey.
I am.
And your name is Dr. Michelle Capuccio. I did it. I finally did it. So thank you for
Yay.
coming.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now, may I say the relation here?
Of course.
Sure. They're sisters.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
And I'm the referee. I'm in the middle, but I don't think I need to be. 'Cause you
Who's
guys get
older
along
though?
fine.
Who's older?
I don't know. I don't know. Can't tell.
I don't know.
I honestly can't tell.
She's older.
Okay. I can't.
I can't tell
Like
either.
by minutes, right? By minutes.
The first hint
Yeah,
was the
2
one who
years.
brought it up.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
See, I'm the youngest in my family, so I would sit there and say, "Who's the oldest? Who's the oldest?" You know. But somehow they always think I'm the oldest.
I'm the
but not.
middle.
No, are you
I'm
really?
the troublemaker.
And you're the oldest. I take it.
I'm the oldest.
Do you give her a lot of grief, or does she give it to you?
I would probably say she gives me more grief.
Wow, it's the holidays here.
I-
Keep that in mind.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you brought her and that you came along and you're on the show. So you really have never been on a radio show before?
I've never been on a radio show before.
Oh God, you're in for a surprise. If you could get through this, you could get through anything. That I can tell you. And then we do have some scheduled guests calling in that were also previous guests that couldn't make it this evening, and they tried their hardest. So we will be hearing from Abby and Gregory as the show goes on. So tonight we are commercial free, which is fantastic that we are. But I do want to get to one of our first sponsors, and that is the Neo Zoe Health and Wellness Center in Cranford, New Jersey. It's a very unique holistic wellness company recognizing the interconnection of body, mind, spirit, and the importance of creating complete wellness in a nurturing and comforting environment. Neo Zoe, creating new life through balanced living, using nutrition, massage, and so much more. You can find them on the web at www.neozoe, that's neoszoe.com, or you can call them at 732-713-0123. So without further ado, there'll be more of these as we go through the show because we have quite a few. So Dr. Carol, tell me what you've been up to lately.
I have been since the middle of November getting ready for Christmas because I have kids coming home from college and I did not want to be in the middle of trees and wrapping and presents and shopping when they were home. I just wanted to be able to
Aw,
share time with them.
that's sweet. You can't get
Yeah.
that back either. People
No.
don't realize that.
I love when they come home. I wait for it. I have two that they're in chiropractic school.
You have a
So,
whole family
I know.
here.
It's like it's a prerequisite to be in our family.
You can tell they don't live home, so you might all live home. I'm like, go away.
Yeah, I know. So they go all year round for 3.5 years. So I only get them 2 weeks at Christmas and 2 weeks in the summer. So I try to be with them as much as I can.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
So you're focusing
Busy
on
with
family
that.
at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then do you have plans starting into the new year?
Yeah, I planned after everyone's gone back to college, I planned myself a vacation.
Oh, wow. Where are you
That's how-
going?
That's how I'm starting. Riviera Maya, Mexico.
You have room in your suitcase?
Yeah, I know. Come. Everybody can come.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
So after you get done with all the family stuff and you're tired, then it's a vacation for you.
Then it's me time. Me,
I like the way
me
you
and my
think.
husband. Yeah, I give everything I have to the kids when I need to, and when I'm done, all about me.
It's all about you.
Yeah.
Now, do you do all the cooking and everything in your house?
We're hosting, but my sister will obviously be there with my nephews and my mom and dad and other people, and so we just kind of who's cooking the mushrooms, who's cooking the galamad, who's making the shrimp.
Right.
We just kind of join in and do it together.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so it's never stressful.
It's not about the retail.
No.
And the retail and the holidays
No.
has gotten so crazy, but it's really just about being with family and
yeah,
friends
yeah,
and enjoying
absolutely.
each other
Yeah,
and maybe some good food.
agree. Yeah, well, we're Italian, so you're gonna get that.
So am I. That's why
Yeah.
I said it's got to be great
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, you do the Feast of the Seven Fishes?
I can't say that I do.
Okay.
My father absolutely hates seafood.
Oh.
You can't give it to him.
I do
Okay.
that. I do that Christmas Eve.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's when we do
Mhm.
it.
We do it too.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Bacala is not seafood. Marianne. We don't have to worry.
No, I pick my own 7 fishes.
Yeah.
It's about bacala.
Bacala's a stinky fish.
Yeah, it's not. It's not seafood.
Yes, Mr. Soprano. If my father is listening, he'll get the joke.
Every Sunday growing up, if I was in a grandma's house, I would be all be dead.
Look,
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
my raising.
look, Luca Brasi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
So, Michelle, now you're going to go over Carol's house, right?
Yes. We are.
I'm leaving off the doctor right now. I just realized what I did.
No,
But-
no,
Okay.
please.
No problem.
We're all friends. here.
Yeah, fine.
Because you're a whole house full of doctors by the
Yeah.
time we're done here. Do you cook anything? Do you bring anything over? How does that work?
We usually just decide, everybody kind of brings something. My oldest, we have 6 between us. So I have the oldest and the youngest child.
Okay.
So the oldest loves to cook. So he's right in there with his grandmother cooking
Yeah, he
stuff,
is.
and it's
He's
like
awesome.
it's a really
Yeah.
fun time for her
Yeah.
because
Right.
she gets to spend time with all the kids. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they'll go over and cook with Nanny, who's with her in the morning, who's going to be there in the afternoon, and we're like still running the offices, and they're there
Mhm.
prepping, and
Right.
yeah, it's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
So now, do you have plans after you get through all of these holidays and you're exhausted? Do you have anything planned?
I don't have anything planned. My youngest is college searching, so
Oh.
we're trying to finalize a college.
Mhm.
Aw, well,
So,
that's
but it's
gonna-
my first year. I'll have both of them home. One's graduated college. One's getting ready to go to college.
So then, when you are on social media and you see Carol's pictures from her vacation,
Then
you're
I'm
going to
really
have the
jealous.
virtual vacation with her.
Yeah.
Well, our brother got married at Riviera Maya in June, so we had the entire family. It was the first time we had everyone together
Yeah.
in probably at least 10 years.
A long.
Oh,
Because
wow.
there's been kids missing and who's in college and whatever. So it was very fun.
Yeah.
So she gets to go and just relax now.
You've earned it.
I have.
We all earned it.
We all need time.
So, Marianne,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing great.
So, what are you doing for the holidays?
It's going to be a quiet one, just my husband and I and our little kitties.
That's the best kind.
Exactly.
Have a pajama day. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And you have all kinds of exciting things going on in 2019. You're going to be very busy. Do you care to give us a little secret?
Well, the last
Mhm.
time I was here was in June. So in September, I had my 4th book published by Higher Ground. It's called I Don't Want to Be Like You. That's amazing.
Congratulations.
And it's about my experiences being bullied when I was a kid. And so I started an anti-bullying YouTube channel called Be Unique.
Mhm.
And I speak to all kinds of people about their experiences with bullying or just giving a shout out against the bullies. So it's a lot of fun. But then while I was shopping this book around, another publishing company contacted me and they wanted to publish the book after I already signed a contract. But they offered me an advance and a contract to write another book.
Yay!
Yeah. So this is going to be a self-help
Yeah,
book, and it's by
great.
Kycam Projects, and they're a division of Baker and Taylor, who have been around for over 108 years.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm
Wow.
very excited. And between the 2 books, I'm working with the most wonderful women in the world, very positive, very supportive, and very encouraging. So
And that helps
life
you
is
grow
good.
as a person too.
Oh, of
through the whole
course. Yeah, of
experience.
course. You always have to be positive and be around positive people. You know,
Right.
that's my mantra. I'm great. You're great. Let's be great together.
Well, you are on social media a lot because you have to be. I know
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
And you put up a lot of positive posts. I see them
Yes,
daily.
I do. Yeah.
And you attracted that positive energy right to you.
It seems that way. Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and this is the first time that a book company came to you
No.
to say, hey, we want you, and because of that, we're going to give you an advance.
Well, this is the biggest one yet, but the one the Gypsy Smiled, they actually contacted me.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and then this one I shopped around and it happened so fast. It happened within weeks. So things are moving fast.
That means
Yeah.
it's meant to be when
Meant
it
to be.
happens like that.
Yeah, when you're not
Absolutely.
trying, not putting in the effort, it's meant to be.
Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
And you also have a new show on, it's one of your new shows on YouTube.
Right.
Would
Yeah.
you like to share about that?
Yeah, it's called Be Unique. I just spoke about it a little bit. It's about anti-bullying, and anybody who wants to come on is welcome to come on and promote your business, and then also just have a few words against bullying and why it's not cool. And if you want, you could share about your own bullying experiences when you were a kid. So it's fun and it's building. It's like it's slow right now.
Right.
I'm building up, but I'll get there.
You get there.
Yeah.
You know what? It's always that slow and steady that wins the race. You know what I'm saying? We all want it something and we want it so fast, but then you realize you don't, if you get it too fast, sometimes you don't appreciate it. When
Yeah,
you
and
work
also
for it,
too, you look a year later, like where was I a year ago?
Right.
So that's the way I look at
and you
it.
see your accomplishments.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And with that, before we go further ado, one thing I do want to say is the holidays can be a very tough time for people. As joyous as they are for others, they can be tough. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that because this year, particularly, was kind of a tough year. There was a lot of loss and a lot of families. If I was on social media, it seemed like every other post was somebody losing a loved one, no matter how it happens. But here at City of Angels, there was a personal story here, right here in our studio. And I do want to acknowledge your nephew's passing this past year. Art, I'm really sorry about everything that happened with that. And I know it's tough. And one thing I have to say is that you take tragedy in your life and you turn it around to help others. And you've been on a mission, more of a mission than I've ever seen since that happened.
Well, I was ready to back away a little bit because, you almost get what do we call compassion fatigue.
Yes.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because you're helping. And I mean, eventually something got to give.
Yeah.
So, and then that happened and it kind of changed everything, so.
How did that, I mean, I know the obvious,
And-
but how
and-
did that change your family?
Well, it was an empty chair at Thanksgiving. It'll be an empty chair at Christmas. I mean, he was only 20, his birthday was November 27th. He would have been 21 years old. But he wasn't the only one. We've lost so many this year. It's just unbelievable. I mean, the week that we lost Michael, we lost 6 others,
Right.
in that same week, right here in the same area, so that it frustrates us because we've been doing this for 10 years and it should be getting better. And instead it's getting worse, so.
Well, that's why I want people to know that because we are here at City of Angels and it is about addiction and recovery, it's nothing to be ashamed of. If you need help, you need to reach out. Nobody is judging you. We might get judged by our family members and all, but I can tell you personally that when you call City of Angels, you get a person that's caring, compassionate, will help you every step of the way to try to find help for you. If you have any questions, their hearts are always open, their arms are always open, and their ears are always listening. And I've never seen a group of compassionate people like I have. And this year, City of Angels, thanks to you, Art, and Kevin Mira and Shar, and to say thank you because this year you guys helped Richie and I become recovery coaches this year and learning all about it and learning,
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough for that. And it's really lets you learn compassion. It lets you see the classes. They have a new academy called COATI, that's COATI, City of Angels Training Institute. And you could look them up online. But I really encourage people learn about it before you judge it because you find out exactly what is going on in somebody's life. And if you feel that you don't have an open door at home and you need to reach out, this is your life too. You can reach out, but you have to take the first step. And the way City of Angels, they're always conquering our addictions. And if you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, you can call them. Help is available at 609-910-4942. Or you can visit them on the web at cityofangelsnj.org. And if you'd like to make a donation, because City of Angels runs strictly on donations, every dime that they collect goes out to the families to be able to help your loved ones or yourself. So you could click on the donations tab, enter any denomination, and in the special instructions, if you put donation for health and wellness, we will make you an official sponsor of this show for 30 days. So for 30 days, whether it's $1, $2, $50, whatever you want to donate, to help would be so appreciated. So again, you could go to www.cityofangelsnj.org. So again, it's a wonderful organization. I've seen so many things. You've had events this year. Rockfest was a huge success that you were behind,
We have
Art.
the Christmas party actually as well Saturday.
This
This
Saturday.
From 12 to 1, right here at the First Baptist Church. We're actually doing a service out at the darkness.
Mhm.
Pastor Bruce is doing that one.
I saw that online.
So if you're gonna, if you're going to attend, please bring a picture of your loved one. You know what I mean with you. And, that's a beautiful service. He's done it for us for I think the last 3 or 4 years.
Right. And then after that, you'll be celebrating.
Yep. Well,
You know,
Santa Claus.
I know, rumor has it Santa. And we have our first caller. So good evening. You are on the Health and Wellness Show. This is Marianne. Who is this?
Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello. Are you there? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi. Is this Abby?
This is Abby. Hi, how are you guys?
Good. Well, I just want to take a second. Abby was a guest on our past show, and she was the most recent president of Cranford, New Jersey's Newcomer Club. She's an adolescent educator, and she is a mom on a mission for nutritious choices for adults and children. And she was on the show sharing some really great ideas of how to get your kids to eat fruits and vegetables and raise them. And Abby, unfortunately, could not be here in person this evening, so she's calling in.
I know.
So how are you doing? What are you doing for the holidays this year?
Oh, I'm doing great. We are actually traveling to Iowa tomorrow to visit my family. So it's been a bit chaotic, just kind of getting everything organized and stuff. And the kids are extra squirmy and wiggly because they know they haven't been counting down to Christmas. They've been counting down to going to Iowa. So I guess that's a plus. They're super pumped. But yeah, so we're just trying to get all the last minute things together to go and celebrate there.
Well, that's so amazing. That really is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are you going to have them on Christmas? Are they allowed to get away from the fruits and vegetables, or they love it so much they'll eat it every day?
Oh my goodness. It's getting harder and harder to, direct their choices, I think, because they clearly have a mind of their own and they want to make their own choices. And I mean, that's what you want out of your kids. You want their independence to blossom and for them to trust themselves. But when I trust them, they do choose the candy. It happens. It happens. Dr. Keller, she knows.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. But I try really hard to give them really good vegetable, especially options during their meal times, so that when snacking time happens and it's not exactly ideal, we try and keep it balanced. But that's why the concentrated fruits and vegetables that we use is so clutch for us, because as soon as I see that we've been having one of those days where it's a lot of snacking or a lot of parties or a lot of less than ideal items going into our mouths, I say, okay, maybe we have a little bit more of these concentrated fruits and vegetables to make sure that our bodies are still being able to work as efficiently as possible. And even with this flight coming up tomorrow, I am like, hey guys, let's double up, because who knows what's going on in that plane,
Absolutely.
on the way up there.
Time of year.
And the last thing we need is to end up in Iowa full of colds and crud,
Absolutely. Now, I do want to tell our listening audience that Abby was the person who introduced me to you, Dr. Carol.
Yes, she was.
She was, and she's such a big advocate of you.
Yeah,
And she had piqued my interest many a times in many a things, and a fantastic person, Abby. You definitely are. And you keep networking everybody with like minds, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said, you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you. No, I really think that, I'm actually very jealous that two of my favorite people are there without me right now. Two of the most influential people in my life, and one of the things that we did just today in preparation of our travel tomorrow is we went and saw Dr. Carol this afternoon to get an adjustment. And typically we go on Tuesdays. And I said, you know what, let me go as close as possible to my trip so that I can get all the good benefits, the good sleep tonight.
And
so
what was I doing when you walked
possible.
in? When you walked in,
Eating
I was
jelly
sitting.
beans?
I was eating jelly beans. Here's these two babies. They walk in and they're like, "What are you eating?" I'm like, "Oh, Abby,
they're
I'm
like-
so sorry. Here, it's
they're like,
Christmas. Have some."
Give me the jelly beans, all the jelly beans. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was funny.
So that's why I was winking at Dr. Carroll, because I was like, oh man, she really is trying to thwart my efforts.
Yeah.
So you weren't eating the gummies, fruits and vegetable gummies,
No,
were you?
I wasn't.
Exactly.
I didn't know I was going to get busted. I snuck out to the waiting room where there's a jelly bean machine. And you get me some jelly beans, and then in walks our kids. I'm like, oh, I'm busted.
Oh, well, they got you.
Yep.
Could have been gotten it for somebody
What?
else.
What I think would be
Luckily, my son. Well,
Good.
luckily, my son got a spicy cinnamon one, and he was like, "Oh, too spicy," and he wanted to.
well, I'm surprised. Your son didn't put his hands on his hip and give Dr. Carroll the talking to.
No, and
Oh, I
Abby
know,
capitalized on the moment. She's like, "Yup, that's what jelly beans taste like. They're all hot and spicy."
Give him
Oh,
the Harry
well,
Potter
you know,
jelly beans. I'll never eat them again.
What are they? What are they?
Yeah.
Oh man, they really are gross. My daughter got them. They're like barf. They're really
Well, Abby
unflattering.
has really become a mom on a mission for her kids. And Abby, for those listening, what is your contact information in case anybody would like to contact you?
Yeah, please do contact me if you want any more information. My email is Abby, ABBIE, Signore, SIGNORE @gmail.com. And I'd be happy to help in any way that I can, or answer questions, or, just open a discussion. Yeah, please do reach out if you want.
Yeah, do that. And, if there's anybody out there who really wants to help retrain their children's habits, Abby
Yes.
is the person to call. So, Abby, thank you so much for calling in on the Holiday Show edition. And we just love having you, and just keep up the great work. And most of all, enjoy your holidays and your trip to Iowa.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me on again. I really wish I could be there in person, but I know you guys are going to have a fun show, and enjoy everything, and have a great holiday to you guys too.
Perfect. Thanks, Abby, so much.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
So it's the holidays.
Oh, that was nice.
Yes, and she's traveling to go see her family all the way in Iowa. So I think we should have a little fun right about now. Is everybody game?
Sure.
And for those of you at home, I'm sure you'll recognize the song. Please join in and sing with us.
I don't know the song. Which one are we gonna do?
You know which one we're going to
Rudolph.
Oh, no. No. You have ladies in the room.
Okay.
That's all I had to say. He knows right where to go. So, yeah, you got it. And for those of you at home, I know that you know the song. And I know when you hear it, you're going to know it. And sing along with us. Have a little fun. Are you guys game?
Game.
Come on, let's just do it. Santa baby. Santa baby, slip a table under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, an outer space convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be oh so good if you'll check off my Christmas list. But doobie-doo, Santa honey, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. I've been an angel all year, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, there's one thing I really do need. The deed to a platinum mine. Santa cutie, hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, I'm filling my stocking with checks and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Ba-doop-a-doo, Santa baby. Forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. I don't need a phone. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Ba-doop-a-doo, Santa baby. Forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. I don't need a phone, Santa baby. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
See, they sing along. It's
I like
great.
how we did the ring twice. That was good.
That's the point.
He had jewelry on.
And I want the decorations, you know.
What'd you think, Art? What'd you
I think they think we don't take a hint.
think?
You don't think so?
No.
Did we hint enough?
Wow.
Over hint.
Did you get my shopping list?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Rich, did you get a shopping list?
Oh yeah.
I don't ask for much. I just ask for fun, for love. I don't have a materialistic need unless it's necessity. You know, I really have outgrown. That's where I think I'm getting old. That's when I'm starting to worry about myself.
I don't have a materialistic need unless you have an extra $2.2 million lying around.
That and the winning lottery ticket. That would be great.
I'm looking forward to a couple gifts this year.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You get gifts every year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And you get high-end things.
Did you
so-
ask for anything?
No, you have to play the guessing game.
Oh.
But speaking of that, we have another sponsor, and that is our very own Rich Shalanda and Flying Dreams. They are a progressive rock band featuring world-renowned musicians Rich Shalanda, Ron Beanstalk, Kendall Scott, and Jay Dittamo. And they're available for all bookings. We'll be on tour, so you could check out their website at www.richshalanda, that's RYCHECHLANDA, flyingdreams.com. You could come out and see their shows and come out and also to talk about, they have their new album that just came out, and this is Searching for Something Somewhere. And it is probably one of the best EPs I think I've ever heard in quite a long time. Heartfelt, takes you on a little journey and a ride. So you could also find this on Amazon.com for your last stocking stuffer ideas. Again, it's Rich Shalanda and Flying Dreams and their new album, Searching for Something Somewhere. And if you want to become part of the show and call in at 609-241-7103, you might just be able to snag a copy. So keep that in mind. Call in with your favorite holiday story. So everybody, God, you got so quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody's still eating. I'm taking notice of this.
I was going to eat these chips while you were talking.
You
I
should.
thought it would be a little rude.
I can't reach anything.
Well, you could always get up or ask Art to make you a plate because he's right there, and then pass it the old-fashioned way.
Would you like some chips?
I'm gonna dig in after the show.
Art stole my
Okay.
pretzels, so I got them back.
See, Rich is opting for the chocolate over the fruit, and he can reach both of those.
I have news for you. He's gonna eat the chocolate first. Then he's gonna chow down on the fruit. Then he'll probably get to the veggies, and then he would do the salsa.
And we have some Pantaleon.
Are you cutting that?
No, I am not.
What is that? What is that, by
I don't know. It looks like fruitcake to me.
It's probably like one of those fruitcakes that if you throw it and you hit the wall, it just doesn't do anything but leave a hole in your wall.
They're like 33 years old.
the way? Well, there's a few guests that have a fruitcake story. I know, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that story?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. Do you have one?
You want to tell it?
Go ahead, you can.
Okay. So in our family, we have a fruitcake that's about 25, 28 years old. The same fruitcake. And we've been passing it around within the family for that long. So one person gets the fruitcake and they have to guard it for the year. They have to take it to their house. They have to keep it in the freezer, make sure it stays safe. And yeah. And they have to observe everyone in the family for the year to see if anyone has overcome an obstacle or really been faced with something really hard that they've powered through or had a loss or whatever it is in their life that was a challenge and how they overcame it, what they did, and are they fruitcake worthy?
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah. And on Christmas Eve, we get together. If we're not all together, it's via Skype or what have you, because we have family that live in other states. And the person who has the fruitcake has the responsibility to pass it on to the next person. And sometimes it's been an infant, you know, maybe like one of us had a child and it was a difficult birth and the baby, you know, struggled and that maybe the baby got it, or sometimes it's a college student or, you know, whatever it might be. You have to pass the fruitcake on to them, but you have to write your story in such a way that everyone in the family thinks it's them. And then it's not revealed until the very last line.
Wow.
And then there's like, oh, I should have got it. Well, I thought it was me.
That's great.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And if the family who gets it is in another state, the fruitcake gets shipped to the state that they're in,
Wow.
and they have to guard it for the year.
The fruitcake has to leave the house that it's in.
Oh yeah, that's the rule.
Wow.
Well,
It
here's
has
the
to go
thing.
to another house.
Is there any indication that if it's in a box or how this fruitcake is done, that it's the same fruitcake, that if somebody absolutely screwed up and threw it out and just repurchased another one, how do we know?
Yeah, it's molded and you, you can't make it look 30 years old.
Okay, I'm
if you buy a
trying.
new one. Yeah.
Because Art said that one's like 20 years old right
Yeah.
That's a great tradition. That's great.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
I
Yeah.
love it.
And that fruitcake and knowing that that tradition has to carry on, my mother would never allow us to drop the tradition,
Oh, wow.
has pulled our family together in moments when we've been struggling, you know, maybe there was an issue between siblings or whatever, kids are arguing or whatever it might be. You can do whatever nonsense you want all year long, but come Christmas Eve, we're a family again and the slate is clean.
Oh, that's great. And you start off the new year clean
Yeah.
too. Fresh start. That's really good.
Yeah.
I hope people just listen to that because that's a really good tradition.
I just heard that. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And you could start the tradition right now. Go
Yeah.
buy a fruitcake. Watch fruitcake sales go through the roof now.
All royalties be payable.
Yeah.
So, Marianne, in your household, okay, and I know that you have your kitties and your four-legged friends. I love four-legged friends because they get in trouble around the holidays.
Oh yeah.
Are you able to
I have to.
decorate your home in the way that you like without your four-legged friends getting in trouble?
This year, yes. This year. So far.
Have you had any good stories about what you've come home and found, or right while you're there, what they do?
Well, I have a cute story. Right now we have 2 cats that are fairly young, but my other 2, they both lived to the age of 19. And one year on Christmas Day, my husband over there, that's not on camera, surprised me. He got both of the cats the cutest little collars, and he trained them to walk down the stairs, one right after the other. And the fatter one ran down the stairs. He had a little bow tie, and the little small one had little jingle bells on.
Aww.
And it was like the cutest thing because they did it in sync. It was like a little parade, and it was just adorable.
That's great.
Did you have to train them, Dennis?
You know, we just
Rehearsed.
worked with them a few times because you put the one would always follow the other one,
Right.
and it was we were gonna open the gifts and stuff. So I said, okay, well we got a surprise.
Aww.
Nice.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, it was adorable.
Yeah.
Like
Aw.
memories still in my heart, you know? Yeah.
Well, they do. And speaking of animals, I know that you just have a new addition to your family.
Benny.
Tell us how you found him.
Well, he was a feral. He was outside and he was always coming around, and my husband, the softie, was feeding him. But then it was interesting because he let us pet him. And
Oh.
ferals usually,
Right.
they're known for not doing that. And then he starts rubbing against us. And I said, you know what? If this one ever comes in the house, he's going to be a snuggler. And sure enough, he worked his way into our heart. We got him checked out. Unfortunately, he has feline AIDS, but we're going to give him the best life he could have until he passes.
Aw.
And he is a snuggler, and he's the sweetest cat.
Aww. That's really sweet. And you know what? You said something too, that no matter what condition If this goes for an animal, this goes for a person.
Yeah.
They're always in need of love and hope and knowing somebody believes in them no matter what. So you just sent a very strong message your own self
Thank you.
for the holidays. I'm just trying to find the good in everything right now, and I think we are.
Yeah. No, I'm honored to be here with these two ladies. It's wonderful what they're doing. I'm very, very health oriented myself.
Yeah.
So just kudos to you girls.
Thank you.
Yeah,
She
thank
does.
you.
And you've just recently started mesmerized by memorizing speeches.
Yeah,
Do you want to tell us about that?
I joined Toastmasters.
wow.
For a couple years, I was speaking in libraries on all different topics and also assisted living facilities. And I always have paper in front of me and I'm like looking at the audience. So now at Toastmasters, I'm learning how to memorize speeches. So I'm excited about that.
Now, do you get to write the speech?
Yes.
Oh,
I
that
wrote my
helps.
first speech. It was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very nerve wracking, writing your own speech. And Toastmasters is very heavy duty speakers. So the one in Westfield, it's like if you tell people you go to Toastmasters in Westfield, that's pretty prominent.
Right.
So it's a lot of competition, but it's a lot of fun, and they're very loving people, and it's awesome. I'm having a great time with it.
Now, can I tell you how proud of you I am? Because I know that you were saying, I don't know if I can do this. This is nerve wracking. And I'm like, you got it. You got this. You got this. And you did. You did wonderfully. You did beautifully.
Yeah.
And you're on speech number 2 now, right?
Yeah, now I'm going to do a speech. And interesting, the day of my next speech is sadly the day that David Bowie died. So I'm going to honor him by writing a speech about David Bowie.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
See, that's great.
Yeah.
So, Rich,
Yeah.
what holiday traditions do you have in your home?
What holiday? Oh, Christmas. Look, things change. Wherever I move, wherever I go, traditions change, for me. When I was a kid, I had a bunch of traditions. Now, I just play Christmas carols. I like singing and playing Christmas carols for anyone that would listen. That's what I do,
That's what you do?
basically.
Do you cook?
Doing it tonight. I supervise. When people cook, I supervise them and make sure it's just really pretty good.
Are you
It's pretty
available on the 27th?
That's a lot of supervising, right? It's gonna be a lot of supervising.
I spoke to him about that. There's a chance.
Yeah,
Yes, that we could be there. So
I'd love to go to that, and I'll bring my guitar.
Sweet.
he doesn't go anywhere without that guitar. You know that, right?
I'll play.
I'll bring the
songs.
PA.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you could do
And
that.
we'll do that, and we'll play, and we'll have some fun.
That we could do.
Okay, it's a lock.
Well, the one
He's
thing
in.
that people might not know about Richie, which I think is great because some people are afraid of relocating or afraid of change and things like that. And you being a musician, and I'm sure, Dennis, you can understand this, things change around you, locations
Yes,
change.
That's true.
And I know that you spent several years, because we were having this conversation in Vancouver,
Yes,
and you actually moved there for a while.
I did. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about that?
One of my favorite places in the world, British Columbia. I just love it, and I moved there. I did a few albums up there, and I became a dual citizen for a while, and I just fell in love with that whole part of town. It was great.
And then you lived in other places as well.
I lived, in places wherever you tour, wherever you go. I've fallen in love with many places on this earth, and you just stay.
We always end up back in Jersey.
Well, that's
love
what I was
fucking
getting
Jersey,
back
yeah.
at. See, Art knows where I'm going with this, but this has always been your home base.
Yes. Well, I like Jersey. People have a bad rap because we're rough and tough and stuff, but Jersey is close to Philly, close to New York. It has everything you need. People are actually smart in New Jersey.
Right.
I know the South could be slower, the West could be nicer and stuff, but people are smart here. People can hold conversations, and I like it here.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, we like you here too.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, we have another caller on the line. You're on the air live with the Health and Wellness Show, and I'm Marianne. Who is this?
Hi, Marianne. This is Gina.
Hi, Gina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I was just calling in to compliment chiropractic care. I have been going to the chiropractor. I started up again probably in January.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I've been going, my stress level has gone down. My anxiety level is leveled off. And it actually has put my life back into balance.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling. And now, have you gone to chiropractic your whole life, or is this something new for you, Gina?
I went to a chiropractor about 14 years ago, and I just started back up again. It was very infrequent before, but now I'm going like twice a week, 3 times a week if need be. I had terrible, terrible migraine headaches, and since probably 2 months in, I stopped taking Advil, and I have not taken any medication at all
That's
since
awesome.
That is awesome.
February, I would say.
Well, Gina, I'm in the same boat as you because I absolutely live for chiropractic myself, and it really is a life changer. So, for anybody out there, if you're in the area like Gina's talking about here with chiropractic, right here in Cranford, New Jersey, and in Clark, New Jersey, we have sisters that both do chiropractic. You have Dr. Carla Azy and Dr. Michelle Capuccio. So, just Gina, thank you so much for calling in and for calling in. We can, do you do massage, nutrition, anything like that?
I do Reiki,
Mm-hmm. You do because,
massage once in a while.
okay, because what you have done is you have just won yourself a free session at Neo Zoe's Health and Wellness Center for a gift, maybe even after the holidays. So if you can go, I will give you the email address and email your personal information, your address. We can go ahead and mail you that gift certificate for you just for calling in
That
today.
is so wonderful.
You're
Thank you
very
so much.
welcome, Gina. Do you have a pen so you can write it down?
Actually in the car right now. Hold on, I will put you on speaker and I will jot it down. Hold on.
I love it.
Hold on.
No problem. Because I don't want her to give her personal information out on the air. So I'm going to have you send it to Maryann. It's Maryann at Neozoe, NEOSZOE.com.
Okay, hold on 1 minute because, like I said, I have to pull over. Don't laugh at me.
I love it. Where's that police officer now?
Okay, so you said Maryann?
It's Maryann, Maryann.
Yeah.
At Neozoe. It's NEOSZOE.com. And if you send your personal information there and leave your phone number as well, I will personally call you and make sure you get your gift certificate.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gina. Thank you so much for calling into our holiday edition of the Health and Wellness Show. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. So that's how easy it is that you could call in, and it's a Christmas present for you too.
Wow.
So now we heard about chiropractic, so thank you, everybody.
One less gift to buy.
This is true. Now I see you finally taking the salsa and chips. Very good.
And I'm carefully trying not to eat them on the air.
Yeah, eat them on the air. More the merrier. Because he's over here. Richie's into the pretzels. He's into pineapple, chocolate, everything. He's trying to offer Dennis something in the corner, but Dennis doesn't want anything either.
It's because peppermint and pineapple don't go together.
They do go together.
For him, they do go together. I don't get it. So does anybody here have a favorite food that's just around the holidays that you eat besides fruitcake? Because I know the fruitcake's
Yeah.
there, but you guys don't eat it. You just
No, we
pass-
don't eat it.
Go ahead, Maryann. What's your favorite?
We usually have a holiday party on Christmas Day,
Mhm.
and this is the first year. It's going to be just us in about 10 years. But we always get eggplant from a caterer, and it's just the best eggplant.
That's awesome.
And then the next 3 days
Eggplant
we eat eggplant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 3 days.
Aw.
But it's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
But you're actually online too, because you post a lot of interesting recipes. And I
Oh,
love,
yeah.
like, she's just making something for herself. She takes a photograph of it and say, this is what I've done and all. And it's really
I'm
good.
trying to inspire people to eat healthy because people don't. So I want
Yeah.
people to eat healthy. So I said, look how good it looks and how good it tastes. And yeah.
And it's true. And
Yeah.
you know what? You bring up a good point, because this is the time of year, and especially because in the business that I'm in with nutrition and massage, this is where everybody makes their New Year's resolutions and they're going to get healthy. And I'm going to eat anything I want during the holidays all the way up to New Year. When the New Year happens, I'm going to flick the switch and I'm going on a diet. You know how long that lasts? they all fall off the wagon about mid-February, if not sooner. It's something where sometimes I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I think you should be able to make a resolution to yourself any time of the year and try. And if we, sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail, we just try again. But I think that going on a diet, I think is actually setting yourself up for failure because diet is like that 4-letter word that I cannot stand because I think it should be a lifestyle change and incorporate it like what you're doing, Marianne, online and what you do with the chiropractic and everything else that you do. And it's one of these things that, people don't understand that. They're like, oh, it's so hard. And I'm like, if you have a bad habit, you can eliminate one thing per week over time, not in one day, and your body could come down, like if it's sugar. Sugar is the big one where I see people drink the sodas. They don't realize how much sugar is in a can of soda and things like that. And you could pack on the weight doing that and your body gets all inflamed and all of that thing. And just by eliminating just one thing a week and just wean yourself off of things, you can change your life. And then you could go online, like follow Marianne because she could give you a healthy recipe or a suggestion. Because I tell people, they come into my office and I actually have like a Diet Coke can there. And they're like, why do you have this in your office? And it's there to educate people because when you look at the ingredients, bad enough soda, but you add in diet soda, it's even worse than the regular soda. And what they do is it's almost like the Surgeon General's warning that you see on cigarettes that's on the side, warning for your health and all this. But what the soda companies are allowed to do is they post all of the contents as far as protein, sugar, carbs, all this. Then they post all the ingredients. Then they do the featured, whoever's distributing it. And then all of a sudden, in bold letters under there, it's usually says contains phenylalanine or phenyltronics. Yeah. And that's their way of saying, we know this is cancer causing, it's carcinogenic, you're going to have a problem, but we told you about it. But how many people are going to read that all the way to the bottom? But that's their way of doing it. So I tell people, in this new year, start looking at labels. Look at what you're putting in your body. And if you can't pronounce something, don't buy it. It's just as easy as that. That's the easiest way I can tell you. And when you food shop, stay away from the middle of the store. Go around the outside perimeters of the store because that's where you're going to find the freshest things. Not everybody, I understand, could afford organic and things like that, but you can make smarter choices. And if you stay away from those inside aisles with cookies and cereals and, every temptation, I think, known to man, I'm just as guilty as everybody else. But, you stay away from there, you can actually change your life within a couple of months. It's not that hard to do. And once your body becomes accustomed to it, it's just a habit.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then on top of it, going for chiropractic. I told you I'm a big advocate of chiropractic. It really is true because I've had my own problems with my own neck and shoulders. And I'm going to be honest with you because I know that after our show, some people had called me about that. And there's a lot of fears about chiropractic that I'm sure you hear. Yeah. Or they'll say, oh, I need to find somebody credible. And I hear that a lot because what people sometimes come in, they're describing their problem, they get worked on. And then they're saying, oh, well, they're telling me I have to go back for 12 visits, 3 a week. I can't do that with my schedule, this and that. And I said, just go for one. Right. Meet the chiropractor, get your assessment of what you think, feel if they can work for you, because not everybody is for everybody,
Right. Right.
It's true. And then you go in and I said, but chiropractic could change your life. It kept me off an operating table. Mm-hmm. And I know that if my neck is out now, I'm cognizant of it saying, or the vision, I start seeing floaters and things going, wow, I know this is to do with my neck or tinnitus, anything you name. All of a sudden you get that adjustment. Whoa. And within an hour, sometimes instantly, or a headache or whatever, and it goes away.
Yeah, it's true.
That you don't need to reach for that Aleve and the Tylenols and all that. Just go within, let your body heal.
Absolutely.
I'm a big advocate on that, and I know that you are too.
Me too.
So are you.
Yes. Yeah.
I know you are. I'm sure you are because you're in the mix. I know now that you are, and we're getting you there, right? No, well, you've had a rough year, but you've came through.
Yeah, but I feel a lot better now.
You look a lot better now.
Most of my issues were all the medications that I take.
Mm-hmm.
And they were since my heart attack, 2 of them were clashing. I feel a lot better now that we've figured that out.
Well, side effects.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of side effects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it was.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, but when I had my heart attack, you know, they're prescribing stuff for you. I mean, you know, the first thing I'm saying is, hey, I take a lot of things. Like, are you looking? Is somebody looking at like all these things that I take? And
Yeah,
you know,
you wonder.
and apparently they weren't. You know.
Yeah.
So I had all these things. You know, of course, you go Google it, and you're going to get brain cancer.
You can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No,
Google
stay off WebMD.
But I went.
Yeah.
But I went to my regular doctor, and you know, the first thing out of his mouth was, "What changed?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was
You
my
look better though,
medications.
right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
do.
better actually.
yeah, good.
Dude, I was constantly sick for like 3 months.
I know.
You were. And through that whole thing, you still came into our shows and helped us.
I wasn't happy about it.
Aw. We would have gave you the night off.
No, it wasn't that. It was just, you know,
Well-
when you
well-
don't feel right.
Look, all right, look at Marianne over here. Look how cute she looks today.
She
With
was
that.
very cute today.
Wait, what do you have? She
She's
looks
very
cute,
festive.
right? With that
She does.
festive, yeah.
The
Yeah.
bell in the back.
Show the bell.
Yeah, the bell in the back.
There's the bell in the
Aw.
back.
And we have a live caller. Thank you for calling the Health and Wellness Show. Who am I speaking to this evening?
Jim,
Jim, how are you doing?
all right, how are you?
I'm good. So thank you so much for calling in. Do you have a great holiday story for us?
No, not really. I'm really calling about Dr. Carol.
Okay, go ahead.
That I was in a bad accident, been through all kinds of pain management and stuff like that. None of that ever really worked. My wife talked me into going to see Carol, and 10 years later, I'm functional. I still have a little pain, but I should be going to see her more than I do. But I just want to say, if you look at the recommendation, Carol is a great person to be with. She's a great doctor, and I hate doctors, so that says a lot.
Aw. Well, that's
Thank you,
amazing.
Jim.
You're welcome, Carol. And me and my wife were just in her office tonight.
Yeah, they were.
Wow. And then she came out of her office and came to our show. It's inspirational.
Yeah.
Well, it takes about an hour to get to her office with no traffic.
Yeah.
Aw.
They travel every week.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
You
fantastic.
helped him. You helped him.
Now I met Jim. Jim, how old were our babies when we met?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5, and they're in their 20s now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we met. You were with
Oh,
me
yes.
too. We met Jim on a class trip or something
We were
for
in
the daycare.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's been with us ever since. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, chiropractic has changed your life, right, Jim?
That's helped me a lot. It got rid of a lot of my headaches. I could sleep better at night, things like that.
Well, that's good. And do
So-
you notice that if you don't go for an adjustment, you know,
Oh,
say,
I'm a train wreck.
yes.
Like that. I'm a train wreck if I miss Carol for 1 week. I hate when she's not around for 2.
She's going away, you know, in January.
He's coming with me.
Well, I can only go on Wednesday, so it's hard. If she's off or out for something for Wednesday, I can't see her.
Ah. So that means
You
you have
know,
to
and I
be
two
available
small
24
kids,
hours
and
a day.
Sometimes it's hard.
I don't take Wednesdays off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 small kids too, so if they're sick or something, then we can't go.
Right. Which makes it
You know,
hard.
and like I said, it's about an hour drive from my house without traffic.
Wow.
And I've been going to her, well, actually longer than 10 years now. Me and my wife been together 13, and we lived in this house for 10. When I started seeing her, I only lived around the corner from her office in Cranford when it used to be over by Friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, and now you travel an hour. You're so awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
honey.
That is true. Now, what do you do to relax? You said that you have children. You're driving an hour at least one way to see Dr. Carol. What do you do to de-stress?
Well, I'm a disabled vet, so I'm actually home all day by myself with nobody. So it's awesome.
I used to have that.
You used to have that. Do you ever do meditation or anything like that? Or do you just love being at home by yourself?
I like the solitude. I did try yoga once, but it was really hard with the crowd. One of the classes was so full. We were on top of each other, so I never went back.
Well, Jim, to start off your new year, just for calling into the Health and Wellness Show, I have my own own DVD line called Extreme Chakra Cleansing for Supercharged Life. And it teaches you how to meditate with your eyes open. So it's color therapy. You pop it in your DVD player and you could follow along. And I can promise you it's not fluted in music. Rich Shalanda, our musical director, sitting right here, has written all of the music for it. I wrote all the scripts.
It's good, Jim. It's good.
And love to share it with you. He's been on the red carpet with Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And I'd love to send you one if you'd like one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so do you have a pen available? Because I'd love to give you my email address so you could send me your personal information so I can mail that to you.
All right, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta go back in the house.
I love it. Everybody's got to make their secret phone call. Because it's probably a couple of days before the holiday. Everybody's still out and about trying to get their last minute things done. And I'm just being difficult because I want to give things away.
Yeah.
See that? But you know why he's able to get up and walk really good? Because he had his adjustment
Got
today.
adjusted today.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, it's Marianne. It's MARYANN at Neozoe. That's NEOSZOE.com. And if you send me your address,
I lost you at NEO.
NEOS as in Sam, Z as in zebra, O as in Oscar, E as in Edward.com.
Okay.
And if you send your information and your phone number there, I will personally send out your DVD for you for the holidays.
All right, cool. And do I just tell you that I called the show, or you'll know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know.
You'll know. Yep.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much
All right,
for
thank
sharing
you.
your experience and calling in for Dr. Carol and on the Health and Wellness Show, Jim. Happy holidays.
Yeah, you too.
Bye, Jim.
Thank you.
Bye.
And that leads us to our next sponsor here on the Health and Wellness Show. And that is our very own Dr. Carol Easy from Cranford, New Jersey, Lifeline Chiropractic. She says your health is your most valuable possession. It's totally up to you to maintain and care for your body and your health. Chiropractic is the best head start you can give your body to a long and healthy life. You can visit them on the web at lifelinechiropractic.net, or you can call their office at 908-653-1440. So thank you, Dr. Carol, for being a sponsor. So
Welcome.
appreciative.
My pleasure.
And we have another caller on the line. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Show. You're live on the air. Who is this?
This is Cooper.
Hi, Cooper. I see the two ladies in here must know who you are.
Yeah, they do.
They're giggling. They're both giggling.
Tell her
Yeah,
who
me
you
and
are,
Dr.
Coop.
Carol go way back.
Yeah, it's my son.
Oh, is it?
Aw. My son who just finished his first quarter of chiropractic
Wow,
school.
congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
So when you're done, are you going to be joining the office in Clark or in Cranford? Ooh.
I don't know. See who gets the better deal.
Oh,
I couldn't help myself,
Yeah,
ladies.
that's Cooper.
So what inspired you to be a chiropractor? And I know it's your mom, but what else?
Well, growing up, I always knew I wanted to do something either with science or math because that's how my brain works. And I ended up working in my mom's office when I was 14 because she needed help and I needed money for an after-school job, so I ended up there. And I was working with her, and I would see patients come in, and, you know, they had all these kind of ailments and things that, you know, I'm in pain for 5 years, or even things beyond just pain where people would come in and say, I had suffered from chronic asthma. And after a few adjustments or a few visits, some people would be like, I don't even need my inhaler again. Or people would be like, I haven't been able to sit down or, you know, go outside and pick up my son ever. So to see people change like that just through chiropractic without surgery or drugs or, you know, it was pretty powerful. So that kind of inspired me to go the path that I've chosen.
Well, I'm proud of you that you're in chiropractic school because at least we know we have new and inspiring chiropractors coming in because I need a chiropractor probably for the rest of my life.
Yeah, me too.
I see. Well, who works on you?
She does.
Ah, and vice versa. You
Uh-huh.
both work on
Yep.
each other.
Uh-huh.
And then Cooper, when you graduate, I guess you'll be in the mix.
Yeah, somewhere along the line.
It's
That's it.
it's funny because, you know,
Cooper's been adjusted since he was born,
Mhm.
minutes old. And they get so accustomed to getting adjusted. That's our life. That's what we do every week. The kids get checked, or if there's a sniffle, a cold, or my kids have never been to a doctor.
Right.
Not that I don't believe in doctors. They're definitely valuable, but we just haven't needed them. And he's taken for granted the fact that he's been adjusted his whole life, and he'll say, "Mom, can you adjust my whatever?" Or, "You didn't get it. Can you do it? Can you get a little more out of that for me, Mom?" And you feel like smacking him,
Yeah.
like, seriously? And now he's in chiropractic school. And he called me about 3 weeks ago and he said, "Mom, I got to tell you, I don't know how you do this. This is the hardest thing I have. I feel nothing. I don't know how you do it. You make it look so easy."
Oh,
Yeah.
well, she has one advantage at E. Cooper. She is woman.
What's that?
That's right.
She is
that's
woman.
right.
Hey, you guys are outnumbered in this room tonight. I hate to tell you.
In this room, in my house.
Well, Cooper, I'm very, very excited for you. And also, just for calling the show, I'll give it to your mom so she could bring it home to you. But I'm going to give you one of my DVDs as well with the meditation.
Oh,
line.
perfect.
Okay, so thank you so much for calling in the show and sharing, and keep us posted where you decide to work. I'd love to hear the end of this story.
I'll let you know. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Cooper, thank you so much. Have a great holiday.
Bye, honey.
Bye-bye. So,
That was nice.
that was a nice conversation.
I didn't expect that.
No,
Yeah.
neither did I.
That was good.
He's funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's going to be a great, great chiropractor.
Is he?
Yes. He's going to be great.
Aw. Well, with that, because he's fun loving, and this was actually kind of fun. I'm glad I was sitting between you two for that one. I'm not kidding. You guys get along. Want to do another Christmas song where everybody could join on?
You know
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." You're just gonna do it again.
Wait a second.
That was a lot of fun. You want to do it again?
No.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
of course I do.
Of course you do.
Does it end there or does it keep on going?
No, it's just gonna do it all over again.
Oh, okay.
You don't know your reindeer, do you?
I don't know.
I have an
Oh, I see. I have a code in here. Okay.
I
Okay.
love it.
Perfect. All right. Keep that going. You know
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
It glows.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Call them names.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was good.
Yes, everybody's contributing sleigh bells from art, you
The
know.
background vocals too.
I love it. She does it the way I do it. I love it. Did you ever hear the Willie and the Green-Nosed Tuna? Same song, but just different lyrics, and he's guiding a submarine, you know, and stuff like that. It's really cool. Willie the Green-Nosed Tuna had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other tunas used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Willie join in any tuna games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Willie, with your nose so green, won't you guide my submarine? Then how the tunas loved him as they shouted out with glee, Willie the green-nosed tuna, he'll go down in history. Thank you.
Very nice. Don't encourage her anymore.
No, please don't.
I hope that tuna was dolphin safe.
I hope so too. And freshwater. No, I'm kidding.
Well, there you go.
Well, we do have another sponsor I do want to get to, and that is a special place right in New York City. That is the Recovery Spot NY, and they've just opened a facility also in California. They're innovating recovery with cutting-edge addiction treatment and outpatient recovery for drugs and alcohol, offering state-of-the-art medical approaches combined with personal treatment. They are physician-owned by Dr. Ramesh Sawhney and Dr. Scott Bienenfeld, and they are operated by them as well. The Recovery Spot, they're innovating recovery, and you could find them on the web at www.recoveryspotny.com or www.recoveryspotca.com, and you could call them at 866-677-6869. Thank you, and special holiday season to Dr. Ramesh Sawhney, Dr. Scott Bienenfeld, and to everybody at the Recovery Spot. Thank you for what you do and for being a sponsor of the Health and Wellness Show. Thank you for your musical accompaniment there, Rich.
Of course.
You give him a guitar, he doesn't stop. That's what I love about him. Absolutely love it. It's wonderful. So, you guys are still not digging in. Richie has. I'm still going to be at it about the food because.
Why don't we crack the sparkling?
Oh, I will. I will.
Oh, after the show?
No, I'll do it during the show. Don't worry. Oh, we have another caller. Look at that. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Show here on City of Angels. I'm Marianne, your host. And who am I speaking to?
Hi, Marianne. This is Greg Carey, licensed acupuncturist. We spoke before.
Yes, we have. Actually, Gregory, let me introduce you. He's been a previous guest on the show, and he didn't leave us on pins and needles on that show either. He is licensed to both practice acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine in the state of New Jersey by the New Jersey Medical Board and the National Certification Commission for Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. His areas of clinical experience include pain management, digestive and allergic complaints, and mental emotional well-being, and so much more. And he wanted to be here this evening, but he was dedicated to his patients tonight, so he couldn't be here. But you're calling in live. Welcome to the show, Gregory Carey. Welcome.
Thank you, Marianne. That's quite the introduction. I'm humbled by it. So what have you all been discussing?
We've been discussing everything about the holidays. We have organic fruits and vegetables on the table that nobody's touching. There's chocolate that people seem to touch, and there's salsa and everything and guacamole, and you're not here. That's the problem.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice table setting that you have. You just maybe need a turkey and some other trimmings, and then you'd be good to go for a nice evening.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about you and acupuncture.
Oh, yeah. So I apologize first and foremost, I think I swallowed a frog this morning, so my voice is not quite up to par. But I'll do my best with explaining things. Given the quality of my voice is not the best right now, but I just got done with my clinic, and I think kind of a nice story that I could share with you all. Maybe it was touching for me, maybe, and would be nice to hear for you guys. A gentleman had seen him for back pain, but at the same time, he also had a 40-year history of anxiety. And so he told me today, after I offered him herbal medicine for the anxiety, and then he took it for a month, and he said that, after he finished, that, he really did not have any more anxiety. And he was so impressed and pleased that he told me that afterwards he was just so curious. He said, how could that happen after 40 years of trying everything under the sun and nothing worked? And then you can give me these herbs for a month, and then, I'm good. And he was just so baffled by it, but also pleasantly surprised.
Well, absolutely. And one thing that I could tell you ladies, we are in company here of 2 chiropractors, an author, speaker, everything, and Rich, as you know, musical director of art, and Marianne's husband as well. And we're all into health. That I can tell you, that's what we're sharing here. And the one thing is that Greg is so good at what he does, and we work in collaboration with each other with certain patients and all. And everybody who walks through my door just raves about him and acupuncture and how he makes it painless and all. Because I'm always the chicken. I've never tried acupuncture. I have to admit I haven't.
When I was there, I brought needles, and you ran away. So I know now.
Absolutely.
I know now.
You'd have to strap me down, but I'd probably do it. But you also do cupping. You do other things. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are curious about cupping. It's really simple. You just it's suction on the top of the surface of the body, and the suction itself is therapeutic. If you have a tight muscle in your neck or your back, you could put a couple in there, and you could even do it for yourself if you have one of these cupping sets that you have like an attachment into a pump. And it sounds strange, but actually it's quite useful. And of course, we all know that Michael Phelps was famous for swimming, and the cups were helpful for him to recover from just sort of these overuse injuries to his shoulder. And it's good for improving the circulation, but also modifying what the soft tissue is doing. So the level of the fascia and the muscle fibers, it can help to release them if they're quite tight and painful. So it kind of looks funny, but it's helpful, and it works pretty quickly.
Well, that's wonderful. And I think that there's different techniques for everybody and what works for everybody. And I think that you bring a ray of hope for people that might not be, feeling that they can get cured or helped with their situation. And I think you add a lot of hope for that. And you have a lot of different expertise, and your bedside manner, by the way, is fantastic. He didn't chase after me too much, which was good.
Well, I would like to add that, and I think that's really wonderful what you said. And I think that oftentimes people will seek alternative medicine because they're so desperate. And whether it's chiropractic, massage therapy, all these things can be helpful. Physical therapy, counseling, acupuncture, cupping, and it's sort of like you're searching for that elusive treatment or modality or perspective that can bring a new opening into health and wellness into the body. And certainly acupuncture is one of the things, and I almost compare it to a needle in a haystack. When you get down to that, it is a needle, but it's an acupuncture needle. So that's what I tell people. It's a needle in the haystack, but it's an acupuncture needle.
Well, you take the fears out. Now, if anybody wanted to find your services, and I know that they are wonderful, how can they find you?
OldBridgeAcupuncture.com is my website, Old Bridge Acupuncture. So it's an old and the bridge and acupuncture.com.
All right. And then they could just call and get an appointment with you, correct?
Sure.
I encourage people to do that, Gregory. Like I said, we archive all our shows. So everybody who's been on the show, who's in the studio with us today or calling in, all of their shows are available on coaradio.com. And I think if you are afraid of acupuncture, definitely tune into the show we had with Gregory Carey. It was fantastic. So Gregory, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. The first time calling in, the second time, hopefully next year you'll make our holiday celebration. And just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and to call into the show.
thank you for having me, and I wish everybody who's present and listening a very happy holiday and a Merry Christmas to you and your family, and a healthy New Year. And thank you again for having me.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much, and you and your family have a wonderful holiday season.
Thanks, Marianne.
Thank you, Greg. Bye-bye. Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. He sat in this chair, and I was like making every pun that there was to acupuncture, and he took it, and he didn't force me to do anything, thank God. But while he was on the phone, I took the liberty to show that you could still have a good time and ring in the new year and celebrate the holidays. And you don't necessarily need the alcohol right here. It's not even a paid sponsor. I can't help believe I'm going to do this. But you have sparkling white cider that we actually have. It's actually white grape juice cocktail, this particular one. And it's bubbly and it's nice. And you could still get your little red Solo cups in shot glass form, which I have done here to show you. And I ask you all just to raise your glass to share in a toast with me, that I want to thank each and every one of you for joining my journey and joining my shows and helping me along the way and learning from each and every one of you. I wish for you all the best of health, great abundance of wealth and prosperity in 2019, and to have a safe, healthy, happy holiday season. And I wish you all a happy, happy new year. Cheers. And to everybody out there, to our loyal fans. Wow, that was a moment of silence, wasn't it?
This is made with Concord grapes.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's delicious.
You can have more. You can refill at any time.
I took one little sip. It's so rich.
After the bottle. It's so good.
No, I'm good.
And you can have, look at her. Just pass it around and keep drinking it up, guys. It's really good. But it shows that you could still have a good time and celebrate and do your little shots. And you know what? The next day you don't have any ramifications of it, thank God. So it's all well. I'm getting the eyes from Art. Like, I can't believe you just said that, but it's true.
You'll be coming to see me tomorrow.
We'll be calling you. But see, we left everybody a candy cane on their microphone. So that way they have something, there's nothing alcoholic here, but if they did have a drink, they could drive home. I don't know if you pass the breathalyzer, you should with no problem with this stuff.
I wear my City of Angels shirt. They don't bother me.
Well, you have. Do you know underneath that shirt, he actually has wings. His actual wings come out of his back. This man does everything for everybody.
Yeah,
You have the
we
biggest
love
heart. You really do.
We love you.
I don't get pulled over.
No,
You
we
don't
love
have to
you.
get
We
pulled
love you.
over.
We love you, Art. You know that.
I love you guys too.
We couldn't do this without you, and thank you for having us and putting up with us, whether in the studio or out of the studio. It's not easy to put up with us.
It's fun either way.
It is, and it's we had a chance to meet your wonderful family on several occasions and have a little fun, and then they'll be at your Christmas party on Saturday.
They will.
And I'm doing my best to see if I can get here that Saturday. I'm doing everything I can. But my schedule's a little hectic, and there'll be some special announcements coming very soon about yours truly. And you're part of those announcements too, Art.
I know.
It's going to be great. And
I've been sworn to secrecy.
yes, you have been. And so has Richie. And so have I, actually. I can't really talk about much about it, but very excited for times to come and being able to still reach out to people about health and wellness. I'm on a mission to get chiropractic out there. I'm on a mission I love your anti-bullying thing.
That's
And
great.
not only with kids, by the way, I have to say this now, I just thought about it. It's not just with the kids, but even like bullying, like if you work at a workplace from a superior or a boss, or you feel like you're being bullied, or, I'm working all these hours and I'm not getting recognized. But then when you go speak up for yourself, they talk down to you sometimes, like you don't deserve this. And I think that's also a part of bullying. I just had to say that because I'm hearing more and more about it.
Yeah, I'm hearing so much. Every day people are telling me, say something about bullying in the workplace. So I'm going to put something together, maybe interview somebody that's been bullied in the workplace.
Oh, so it's just not for kids and stuff.
Yeah, it's
all
for
over.
adults.
It's
too.
everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just gets more passive aggressive when you get older.
Yes.
Because they know they could get in trouble. So they just do it in sneaky little ways, which I really can't stand. It's so petty and mean, and it's not necessary.
It's a small world. Can't we just get along?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should be able to get along. And speaking of that, because we like peace in the world, right? Richie chose this one.
I saw.
Richie has another sing-along
Oh,
song.
it's a song cue. Okay, wait a second.
Yeah. It's grape juice.
Let's see here.
You're drinking
Rudolph.
grape
No, we
juice.
did that. Let's see. Santa baby. No, we did that.
You picked it.
No, I like this song. I always liked John Lennon growing up. I would like him.
And ladies, in red we join, in green we all sing.
Have you been a good girl this year?
Never.
Not really.
Don't encourage her to do that. Okay?
Actually, you know what I think? If you handed out the naughty list for
I'm
Santa,
driving.
it's a great way to meet people. That's what I always think.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Sorry.
I got 3 cards.
It's a great group effort, I would think.
All right. So here we go.
Being on the naughty list. Okay, for all of you at home and that want to join in here, this is Happy Christmas. War is over. Go ahead, Rich, and the gals.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas
And a Happy New Year.
Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is
Huh? What happened to our music?
my next page here.
He needs a page turner.
Dennis, turn his pages.
Oh,
Hey, can I go on the road with you?
I love it.
Yes, please. And so this is Christmas. All right. Let's try to keep that together.
Yeah, why don't you keep it together? Keep rolling, my friends.
Jeez. Where's Yoko when you need her?
You're outnumbered here. Careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. And so this is Whoa. Okay, I'll help you. War is over if you want it. War is over now. So this is Christmas. We can fall strong. The rich and the poor. The world is so long. So this is Christmas. For we can fall strong. For rich and the poor ones. The world is so wrong. War is over if you want it. War is over now. War is over if you want it. War is over now.
Yeah, he's fighting. Look at him trying to hold back the laughter out
I
of
love it. No,
Merry Christmas.
that's if you believe in affirmations and what you speak is truth, and you could actually manifest the things that you speak. How's this war's over if you want it? It's heavy for me, So that's why I love this song. So
Yeah.
That's why we save it for last, because you want peace on earth.
It's possible, I believe, if we all have a collective voice in wanting this really to happen.
Absolutely. We all have the power to have peace. Every one of us. I absolutely believe that. I do.
It's important.
But I do want to take just 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, but I also want to thank some special people that help make this show work. And for one, Art, you're above and beyond any engineer we have ever worked with, and just your special heart. And you don't have to bubble over. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm part of the family.
You are part of the family, and I can't tell you how much you mean to us and all the efforts that you do, because we know how much work you put in this, and probably sleepless nights, editing things together and all.
Not
So-
tonight.
Not tonight. But I want to thank you so much for that. And Rich, to you for coming all the time and, busting my chops at every show that you possibly can. And you'll start songs and stop them in the middle, as you all have witnessed, and, poke fun at me. But I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you for inviting me. I love this.
Well,
So
good.
thank you.
And I enjoy working with you. We fight like cats and dogs, but I do enjoy working with you.
Okay, I'll invoice you.
My invoice will be higher. Careful. But I
Don't
do
play that game. Don't play-
do want to thank that. And also a person that helps encourage, give ideas, has helped us along the way is Jay Petsko. He is a wonderful friend to have. He is a true brother, to all of us. He's always there. We're there for him. And we couldn't do a lot of things without you, Jay.
All the websites, all the photos that I have capturing moments in my life. I had my first standing ovation in October playing Union Pack for so many people. And Jay caught it on film, which is great. He does all my album covers, does Marianne's album covers, does our websites and stuff like that. And he does it, let's say he doesn't charge us a lot of money, he does it for the love of it.
He does.
And he's a brother of ours.
He is, and wants to see people well, and is also into health and wellness and everything. And we couldn't do it without you, Jay. So if you're listening
Love
and
you, Jay.
watching, love you.
Jay, I bought those lights.
And I do want to thank, like I said, all of the guests that have been here throughout the course of the year. And I'm sure our paths are all going to cross some way somehow to keep the momentum building. And actually, while we're sitting here, we're actually all local to each other. So we all can work and collaborate together and maybe, have that little power group of our own to have people come to and talk to. It's just an idea, just throwing it out there. But just know that we're going to have our next show. It's going to be Wednesday, January 16th. And we're going to have a special guest, something a little different. She goes by the name of Gisela Bella. She's the owner of Gisela Bella's Unique Boutique Personalization Mall. And she'll be here to share her story of health and wellness and what steps she had to take to emerge a victor in her life. It's a very interesting story of encouragement and hope. And I'm excited to meet her, something different, and how she gives back through her art and things like that. So, ladies, gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for being part of the holiday edition, singing our songs. Hopefully you'll eat up after we get off the air. And just know that we appreciate you, our loyal fans, and City of Angels Radio for having us every single month and giving us our show. Thank you so much. And to all of you out there, have a happy, healthy holiday season, and we will see you next year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
See ya. Happy holidays, everybody. With love.
Merry Christmas.